Going on, guys? It's Lewis Strictly Front Wheel Drive. Today I got Glenn with me, like always. Unfortunately, look at this guy. Today we ended up going to Home Depot. I had to get a new wand for my pressure washer so I can pressure wash the LS block. And today I'm actually going to do the devcon. I'm running to Harbor Freight right now to go get the little sanding bits I can put on my drill and clean up the cylinders and the walls on it, so that way the devcon could actually stick to the metal. So we're gonna go.
Dunkin' Donuts in your Home Depot?
Yeah. Bro. Dunkin' Donuts, bro. But we're gonna go do that now. We're going to Harbor Freight right now, and then we're gonna go back and go start that. We arrived at the Harbor Freight. Glenn's on the phone like always. Where's the looking for the sanding bits? Oh, they're over here. This guy, look at him, always on the phone. All right, here we go. We're on the sanding bit aisle. Not sure where they were before. Oh, here they are. These things right here, these things save lives. I don't need a big one. I think this one will probably do it. Comes with a little bit. And you put that on the drill. Look at these big things. Oh, this is just regular sanding paper. I'm not sure what that is for. Alright guys, so I got the bits here. We're show you guys a TIG welder I'm eventually gonna get. Thinking about getting it this year. It's a 200. Saw a lot of reviews on it. Some bad, some good. They're saying that it's got a lot of on the I think it's the high frequency start, if I remember correctly from the video. It has a lot of problems or something like that, like it's got a weak start or something like that. But I'm gonna send it. It's got, I think it said it had a year warranty at least, or 3-year warranty. Yeah, this is where they get you. You got to be careful because it says 3-year in big letters. We gotta read. It says 1 year free risk trial, so you can, for a year, if it messes up or something like that, you can bring it back and they'll give you your money back or exchange it. But I think I'm just gonna end up getting it, trying it out because we need one. It's $1,000. I think what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna get the crew together. We're gonna all pitch in some money. That way we can all use it and all benefit from it. Which is real interesting. What is real interesting? I can't even talk. This whole aisle they changed. Vulcan, they got a lot of Vulcan stuff, so they got the welding rods and stuff like that, the filler rods. They got a lot of parts and stuff for it, especially for the MIG side. So you ready to go? We're gonna go. I got the pressure washer parts that I needed from Home Depot. I got the sanding bits. So we're gonna head home now. I'm gonna put the pressure washer together and make sure it works. It was a pressure washer I got for free on the side of the road. A guy that was a landscaper, he was just throwing out a whole bunch of lawnmowers and pressure washers and stuff like that. I picked up a chainsaw and the chainsaw was legit. I ended up making it work. He said there was a problem with it, and all it ended up being was just a little carb issue. I had adjusted it and it ran mint, and the pressure washer runs mint, hopefully. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, again, our plans fail because the pressure washer I got for free, it's working, everything works. Well, not everything works. The valve, I forget what the name of it is. It's some kind of valve, pressure relief valve or something like that, that when you hit the trigger, the valve moves up and it allows the pressure to build and go to the wand. That, for whatever reason, is sticking. We were trying to fix it real quick with some O-rings and trying to mess with it, but I'm just rushed and I couldn't really just sit down and think about it and get it all cleaned up and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna worry about the pressure washer right now. The reason I wanted the pressure washer is because the block still has a couple grease spots that the electric one couldn't get out. So I know for a fact that the gas powered one is gonna get all that stuff out. But I'm not gonna worry about that right now. I'm gonna start just cleaning up the inside surfaces here, getting all the white gunk off of there. I have the Where'd those things go? Bought those bits earlier. Got the laundry bucket everywhere. I bought the these sanding bits. Comes with 80 and 100. I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm gonna use these little round ones here and just try to clean it up and prep it for the devcon. Not sure if I'm gonna get to the devcon tonight, but I'm gonna at least start cleaning it up and go from there. All right, guys, this is I'm getting kind of aggravated, so I gotta take a break. These bits that I got from Harbor Freight, they're not exactly the right diameter. They're just a little too big to fit inside the hole here. So, see if I get it to focus. So they're just a little too big to go in there. So what I was doing was tearing them off, like tearing them apart. But there's glue that holds it together, so that way it can spin. But once I get it to the correct size, I can spin the drill to where it tightens up with a little bit of sandpaper still on there, and it'll work. But it's just taking too long because it's getting caked up. There's so much corrosion on there, it's getting caked up. So what I've been doing is doing it by hand, but I'm getting aggravated because it's taking too long. So I'm gonna take a break and try to figure out another way I can get this off. I know I've seen a couple videos of people using different bits and stuff like that, but I'm not sure what kind. I don't know if they're using a stone bit or what, but this is not working. And what I do with this is right there. That's where it belongs, on the fucking floor. It's not working. It's just too much corrosion. I might try to use maybe some soap or a little bit of carb cleaner or choke cleaner or something. Try to get some of it off so that way it's not so heavy, and then I'll go from there. Alright guys, I'm going to try to show you here under the light. You see all the shiny sparkly stuff here. That's the bare metal. What I found was, especially over here, you can see it real good. Cleaned it up real nice. I got these edges right here. I was going to use the wire wheel, but it wasn't working, so I ended up using one of the diamond points, whatever the hell they're called, the bits. This one has like a rounded point on it, so it was almost like a pen. So it was pretty nice for getting in there, both sides. And then I noticed this was actually taking off a lot more of that corrosion quicker. So I just went over it again with this one. So if you guys get this kit, or you want to save yourself some time, you can probably use this instead of the stone. But just beware that this will actually start eating out the metal, so you gotta go very easy and go real careful, because it'll chop up the metal real quick. So that's all clean. It's all ready. Now I just have to get it cleaned. I'm gonna get my pressure washer going in a minute. There was some problems yesterday with my pressure washer, so I couldn't really do what I wanted to do. I wanted to clean the block before I was gonna do this, but I guess I gotta do it in reverse now. But I mean, it's gotta get cleaned no matter what anyway, so kind of it would have been a waste anyway. So, but I'm gonna clean it out. I'm gonna see if I can get the pressure washer going. It had a stuck, the valve was getting stuck, the release valve, spill valve, whatever the hell it's called. I got a new one on the order. It was only 15 bucks. Common problem with those is they bend, they tend to bend, so they tend to stick after a while. So I put some new seals in it last night. I put some grease on there and greased it all up, make sure it was functioning. And I'm gonna go try to start it now and see if it actually works. If it works, then I'll take the engine outside and I'll power wash it down. I'll clean all the coolant ports and stuff like that, and get it ready for the sugar and all that stuff. All right, guys, I'm back. I got the sugar all in there. I got it as even as possible. What I did was I basically, if you look at the indents here, where it starts to lump, it's kind of hard to see on the camera, but it caves in, then it has like a hump, and then it starts to like hump out. Where that hump starts to form, that's basically where I used as a level. Don't mind my bootleg scraper. I was just using this as a guide to help keep all the sugar level all the way around, but more or less as a stopper, if you will. So I got it all down. I got it all packed down. What I ended up using to pack it down was just a regular 1/4-inch drive screwdriver thingy, and just pack it all down all the way. I mean, it's sugar, so it's not going to really pack too tight, but it's going to pack tight enough where we can get it nice and smooth. So it's all the way around. It's important on this step to keep all the plugs in and make sure you have the water pump in, especially like when you first start putting sugar in it. Really pack it down in this area where that water pump port is, because I just kept packing it and it kept disappearing. I was like, what am I doing? What's going on? But it was just because it was sinking into the coolant port. Just keep adding sugar there and keep stuffing it until it stuffs up. As far as the measurement all the way down, I wanted to do at least an inch down, but it turns out it actually is a little less than an inch. I would say, I'll give you a correct measurement right now. Damn it, got it all out of whack now. Let me zero this bad boy out again. I know I'm being a little precise here, but it's my block, leave me alone. I do what I want. Do what I want to. So the verdict is, it's just over 1/2 inch, I would say. Yeah, just about just a little over 1/2 inch. So that's as far as I went up. I'm gonna leave it like that. It looks pretty good. I'm just gonna give it another double check around, and then I'm gonna mix up the devcon and start filling her up. I'm not gonna go all the way to the top. I'm gonna go just to where, you know, it's almost to the top. I gotta see how much of that devcon is gonna spread, because I don't want to run out and then half of the block's not done because I ran out over here, because I'm trying to fill it all the way to the top. But you don't want to fill it to the top, all the way to the top anyway. You want to get a good chunk in there, good thickness, but you don't want to fill it all the way to the top, because then you'd have to machine it. But I'm just going over it with sandpaper, just to clean up the surface, just like I did in the other blocks. So I'll get back when I'm at that point. All right, guys, the devcon is in. This process was it. I can't even explain it. This is exactly why a lot of people on the reviews and stuff like that were saying that devcon doing this to blocks is just a real pain. Now I see why. It gets everywhere. It literally gets everywhere, but it's all in. I got it smoothed out all around as best as I could. I got a little extra on these points here. I went a little heavy there and kind of arched them up, so that way it had like an arch of support, whatever the hell you want to call it. But I smoothed it all out as best as I could. I'm gonna let gravity do what it does and kind of smooth it out the rest, because it's actually settling and it's smoothing out. So there's a couple spots that are a little higher than others, but I'm not really too worried. It looks good. Like I said, I didn't want it all the way to the top, but there's a good enough chunk in there of the devcon in there where I feel comfortable that it's going to do its job. But it's looking good. It's looking nice. There was a couple guys that used straws for the holes, but I'm not going to do that because I don't have the head gasket yet. I have to wait till I get the head gasket so I can do the holes. So I'll just wait till I get the gasket and I'll drill the holes, by hand. And I'm just gonna let this dry for today. Let it dry overnight. It's a little cold in the basement, so it's probably gonna need a little bit longer curing time. But this is pretty much what it's gonna be for today. I'm gonna leave the sugar and all that stuff in there because until I drill out the holes and get the head gasket so I could drill out the holes, I can't really wash out all the sugar, because the sugar I need the holes, the coolant ports to to be exposed to get some of that sugar that's underneath and all that stuff, and just really give it a good wash. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it do its thing, let it cure, and I'll probably come back in a couple hours and check it and see what it's looking like. But as far as what I did, I mean, I have a little bit left over, actually, from it. I just put it all in a bag. There's probably, ooh, this stuff is hot. This stuff gets hot, no wonder. I kind of figured it was drying up already, because when I was trying to fix a couple spots, it was getting sticky, and I could feel the bag is really hot. So I wonder if I should throw this in a bottle or something. But I had about the last little bit of the bag left over in there. I just basically poured everything in one and mixed it all up. I mixed it up really well for a while until it was all mixed up and smooth. And I used the handy dandy tool again. This is basically what I used to just go around and smooth it all out nice and nice. I took my time, and after I had it nice and smooth, I went over with a cloth and I just cleaned off all the excess that was on top of it. Like I said, I'm going to sandpaper this whole deck again, just like I did Ruben's engine, and get it nice and clean and smooth, get all this junk off of here anyway. So I'm actually not too worried. I'm going to let it be, and that's going to be it. It's going to be it for this video. I'm going to work on getting a head gasket so I can drill out the holes, and then when I get that, I'll make another vid on that. But this is just going to be the winter project. I'm going to try to get this engine together this winter, during the winter, get the other one out, take the head off, go through the head, clean the valves, get it all cleaned up. I'm not going to do nothing special to the head. I'm just going to leave the stock head. I might do the valve seals, change the valve seals. I'll reseat the valves. I'll do that. I'll clean them up with the compound I have here and the plunger. And as far as that, I'm just basically swapping the head off the B18, putting it on here, and LS vtec. So still a couple parts I have to get. Like I said, I gotta get the pistons, I got the rods, I gotta get the bearings. But I'm gonna worry about getting the bottom end assembled and the bottom end done. That way, once all the bottom end is done and I have all the parts to put it together, I can literally take the engine out of the car and take the head off, clean it, and slap the head on and be done with it. Put it in the car, and then put all the turbo parts on it and start it up. So this is going to be it for this video, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Email me if you want. If you got any questions, just email me. I gave my email yesterday in the last video. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.